Hey guys, this is Tom Hanks and I'm here with another video. First of all, there will be no stream this Friday because I'm visiting a class twice a week and we actually are a little bit behind schedule, so we need another unit which will be this Friday, which is why there's not going to be a stream in the evening. The second thing I would like to point out is that I've looked at the Strawpoll results and I have created a new poll where I've removed the options that got no votes and instead I've added some new ones. The new Strawpoll will be in the description below. Next week on Friday I will do a one-time automation and BeamNG stream, and it will be a community challenge which I would like to present to you right now. Now I've done a similar challenge before, but I thought it was a lot of fun and it definitely got a lot of entries and a lot of viewer engagement. So you guys seem to enjoy it as well. This time we are starting out with a 1990 hatchback. And it will be your job to tune this thing and make it a little hotter. Now we have a 1.6 liter straight 4 engine turbo in this with a 5-speed manual, front wheel drive. And here's what you're gonna do, okay? You can find the base car for this challenge in the description below. That'll be step 1. You download that. You need the open beta version of automation enabled in order to do this. Otherwise it won't load or it might not work properly. So once you've added it to your game, you click this button here and you say, and it says clone trim, and please choose clone trim and variant. Now the reason for this is because two things. First of all, I want you to change the change stuff about the trim and the engine variant, and second of all, if you forget to do this and instead you modify the base car, then it will overwrite my own base car in my file when I import your car into my game. So please remember to click clone trim and then trim and variant before you do anything else. Right, once you've done that, you will set the trim year to 2003, which is the year I've chosen, and then also the engine variant year to 2003. Okay, now you can change the trim name and the engine variant name, but please leave the model and family name the same. And then you can modify your car, and once you're done, you submit the car to the community challenge files on my Discord. Again, the link will be in the description below, and the rules are as follows. So there's the main rule is that the trim and variant has to be in year 2003, and the total cost after you're done with modifying the car can't be above $10,000 because we're starting out very cheap. Okay, and from here there's a couple of restrictions. First of all, you cannot swap out the engine. So you can't engine swap this thing. You need to work with the engine that's here, and you can't just throw a different engine in there. You cannot change the internals either, and you can't add VVT, but the compression ratio, cam profile, the ignition timing, RPM limit, fuel mixture, all of that is fair game. You cannot put direct injection on because that would be a little complicated to do in your garage. You cannot use race intakes and you cannot use ultimate fuel, but you can use 95 or 98 around fuel. Your finished car needs to have a catalytic converter of some sort, but anything else here is fair game. Moving on, you cannot change the body style. It needs to remain this sort of four-door hatchback, although of course you can change the aesthetics. That is in fact very, very highly welcome, because actually I forgot to add the windshield wipers. I'll add those before uploading the video. But yeah, you can change the aesthetics as long as the car remains somewhat recognizable as what it started out with. For example, you can't change the appearance of the car so much that it looks like a Ferrari or something like that, or a Lamborghini. Of course, what you can do is you can change the front bumper. You can add some stripes, some different rims. You can fit like quad exhaust if you want to. But the overall look of the car needs to look like an evolution of this car as opposed to like a completely different car. You know what I mean? Just like under the last tuning and challenge. You can change color, of course, both for the body and for the rims and what have you. Onto the drivetrain. Now this needs to remain a 5-speed manual with front-wheel drive. You can change the top speed and gear spacing. You can add a diff if you want to. You can only use hard long life road tires or medium compound tires, and the maximum tire width that I'll allow is 225 millimeters because we gotta keep it somewhat reasonable. As this is, after all, even after the tuning, it's gonna remain a family hatchback, and for that same reason, you can't use magnesium rims. Here on the brakes, you can do anything. On the aerodynamics tab, I mean, I don't know how much value you would get out of a downforce under tray, but if you want to, you can use it. This is an important part as well. So you can, as long as you can fit it into the budget, upscale your interior or entertainment, but you cannot downscale it. For example, you can't remove seats. It needs to remain a 4-seater, and you can't go from standard to basic interior. But you could go to premium if you want to, and if you can fit it into your budget. Same for entertainment. You can't choose none, but you can choose a different one if you want to. Everything here needs to remain the same. And on the suspension tab, you can change anything you want. Again, overall goal is to stay under $10,000, and the trim and variant has to be in year 2003. I will be reviewing these cars based on how they drive relative to what they're supposed to be from what I think the car is trying to do. Because obviously you can take this into different directions. You could either just modernize the engine and if it better brakes, better and a differential to just make this a little bit more modern and a little bit better. But you could also try and make this thing faster, of course. And if the engine ends up making like 250 horsepower, I'll of course judge it based on how it performs. And how it performs on the racetrack, because that's what it is probably meant to be doing. But overall, I hope the rules are clear. They are in the description as well. It's going to be a hell of a long description. And the deadline is next Friday, which is the 8th of March. And the time of day will be, I guess, 6 p.m. GMT when the stream starts. So yeah, I hope everything was clear. Please don't forget to vote on the straw poll, what else you would like to see on Fridays in the future. And if you enjoyed the video, of course, give it a like. Make sure to follow me on Twitch so you don't miss the stream. And as always, hope you're having a good one and see you next time. Bye bye.